A brand new generation is being born, the Neptune in Aries generation. This is so crazy, guys, and I am so excited. Listen, we are living in such unbelievable times right now. It is such an honor that we are alive to see through all of this, see literally how generations are being changed, and this is so fascinating to me, and I really hope that all of this will make sense to you as well and makes you excited as well. Welcome to my practical brain lab experiments on a calm, stable life. I have done already 2 videos about how Saturn in Aries as well as Neptune in Aries will affect humanity, the leadership, and everything in between, right? But also, I have done a video about the civil war is coming, and that was because Uranus in Gemini, and I predicted Dr. Shine predictions that the civil war is coming. And guess what, guys? When I did all of the research and calculations, I couldn't believe it. And this is again the proof that civil war is coming. And I will tell you, I will prove it to you, civil war is coming. And listen to me, guys, this is just so fascinating. So first we will talk about what this is all about, all the dates and everything. Then we will talk about what does it mean for humanity, where humanity will go with this, as well as what does it mean individual levels, what does it mean for the world, for humanity, and what does it mean for individual levels for me, my subscribers and members, as always, from Aries to Pisces. Then I have also for me, my subscribers and members. Listen, guys, this is just so fascinating to me because I want to explain to you Neptune in Aries. So what does Neptune mean, right? Like, what is Neptune is all about? Why we are talking so much about Neptune? Because Neptune and Uranus, these are outer planets. So when these are changing, they take a lot of time and many years to complete a cycle around the sun in our solar system, right? And so the Neptune is further away from Uranus. So Uranus takes about 7 to 8 years to complete. We had just literally, it's about to finish an 8-year cycle of Uranus in Taurus, where we experience a lot of financial crises and financial shakeups in the world. Uranus is all about shakeups and sudden changes. And now Neptune's passing is about 12 to 14 years. This passing is 14-year cycle from 2025. We're just so exciting. Listen, I'm telling you, 2025, in particular 2026, is gonna be nothing alike. We will never have seen a world like this. This is just so fascinating to live through this. And it's just so fascinating to me to be able to be alive in this. Hopefully we will still stay alive, of course, right, throughout 2026, but mid 2025 is just starting. So Neptune will be finishing right now. Neptune was for the last 12 years in Pisces. And as you all know, my beautiful chart here that I made, my beautiful gold chart. So when we look at Aries here, right, when you're taking Aries ascendant, Neptune was still is in until end of March, because it will start end of March 2025 in Pisces. This means that the entire zodiac is completing, meaning 165 years cycle on Earth in humanity, right, on this planet Earth is completing. So what have we experienced? We've never been alive like this long, but 165 years is completing. So when Neptune is entering into Aries, right? So then the entire chart is completing. This is just so fascinating, like, oh my God. So 165-year cycle is completing, and a brand new 14-year cycle is starting. And then another hundreds of years cycle is beginning. So because it's so taking long to complete each cycle, right, and to complete going through the signs, these are generational changes. So generation X, generation millennials, right, and then generations Z, right, Gen Z's, and then Gen Alpha is now coming, and this is a brand new generation. I don't even know what they're calling, but I will go through with you, and you tell me in the comments which one of those are you falling into, and then I will give you the dates so that you can see where in your life have you been on all of these cycles. So for example, Libra, and not just before I go to that, these years from Neptune in Libra all the way to Neptune in Pisces, I want to let you know that the last time Neptune was in Aries was 1862 until 1875. And I will tell you in a second what does it mean, because guess what? The US Civil War was in 1861 until 1865. This is the second proof. I'm telling you, this is the second proof a civil war is coming. Why? Because the Uranus in Gemini is the cycle where the World War II and the Civil War and the US Revolutionary War happened. And now this is also again, US Civil War happened the last time Neptune was in Aries. This is just I'm telling you guys, everything I say is, I'm telling you, this is my second proof. The US Civil War is coming. Starting from, my prediction is next year. This is building up. You already see, watch the space, because I will have a lot of videos coming up. A lot of things happened this past week. We will talk about this. This is literally building up. It's building up. Next year, starting from next year, the US Civil War is coming. Mark my words. So let's talk about, and from Libra, Neptune in Libra, all the way until Neptune in Pisces, which is we are in right now for the last 12 years. So again, what is Neptune? Neptune is all about how we are inspired in life. Look it in your chart. Where is Neptune in your chart? And I will tell you how. If you don't know, don't worry. I will tell you right now so you know. Because it's generational, so it takes a lot of time. So a lot of generations are in this pool, okay? So you don't have to look into your own chart, but I'm telling you right now, so you tell me in the comments. So Libra generation, Neptune in Libra, is from October 3rd, 1942 until August 6, 1957. If you fall in these years, if you are born in these years, 1942 and 1957, this is by my parents' generation. They were Neptune in Libra, meaning at that time, what was more they're inspired by, and I can tell you from my dad 100% and my mom, they're like people pleasers, I can a little bit say, right? Like they're constantly about not me but others, giving, because they are inspired by other people, and it's incredible because they are both Arieses, sun, and they are Neptune in Libra generation, meaning other people are inspiring them, and other people, it is not just inspiration, but also not only their dreams, but also their illusions. Illusion, delusion. Neptune is also blurred eyes, right? It's blurring the eyes. So it's not only your dreams, that where you want to go, and they're your dream inspirations, and this is where you want to just inspires you. It's your dream, but also like delusion. Where are your delusions? And that's what we'll talk about. I will tell you how you can be empowered so that you, in the next 14-year cycle, you won't get deluded, but you can actually achieve your goals. And that's the point, because Aries is Mars, right? All about achieving goals. But are you going to be with Neptune there deluded? Like, can you see clearly? Or can you achieve your goal? And I will tell you, give you guidance on how you can achieve your goal instead of being deluded by all of this dreams, and like, oh my God, this is my dream, this is where I want to go, this I'm inspired, but can you actually make it happen? This is, I want to give you a guidance on this. This is the topic also later in the video, so watch the timestamps as well and come back and watch it for the next 14 years, right? So that's the generation for other people, right? Other people are the generation of Neptune Libra is inspired by the other people, and how other people, they're fascinated by other people, and that turned them into more of giving up themselves and to more please. Now it makes sense a lot to me. I will after this video, I will call them and say, listen, do you know why you are always about other people and giving your heart and soul to others? It's because you are a Neptune in Libra generation. This is just so fascinating. Call your parents or the people you love and their behavior the entire life. It's because this is their generation. So we can't blame them. And see, that's where I don't wanna go into that, because I have a lot of things. Maybe I want to do a podcast for that, because I have a lot of research and a lot of connecting the dots. And so once I reveal that, the psychology, the field psychology will be shaken to its ground. Let me tell you that, right? So, because psychology, in my mind, as a scientist, it's for me a slippery slope field. So you can just pull it in many directions as you want. That's why it's so open for abuse by people who have no clue about human psychology, calling themselves psychologists. It's because it's not concrete science. It's just, in my mind, it's a slippery slope. So that's why I just want to say that when I publish and release that, all my analysis, the field psychology will be shaken to its ground. Let me tell you that. Anyway, so then we have Neptune in Scorpio generation. And tell me in the comments if you are this generation falling to these years. If you were born between October 1956 and November 6th, 1970, so 1956, end of 1956 until end of 1970, you are the Neptune in Scorpio generation. Tell me in the comments if this is you, if you are in this generation. And the Scorpio is the 8th house, right? This Scorpio is the 8th house. So that generation is about deep connections with others, and not superficial connections, but deep, deep connections. And when that happens is you can tell that they want to bond with you more, that, or you, if this is you, want to bond with you, want to bond with others more deeply and not superficial way. And your illusion in your dream is to actually, you're inspired by the death of people and the death of the world, and also about, you know, the resources. And many of these generations are rich actually right now, and I can tell definitely, because the making money in a very like subtle way, not in a Taurus way, but in more in Scorpio way, and also connecting with the deepest emotions and with others in a more deeper way. And the delusion can come there with are these people actually really, you know, if there's no deep connection, then they're pushing the connection for more depth where there is none. So that is also something to think about with the generation of Neptune in Scorpio. So then we have generation Neptune in Sagittarius, which is me. That's my generation. And I actually have, as an Aries ascendant, I have Neptune in Sagittarius in my 9th house. And I had many years ago, like I think it was like 15 now, already 15 years ago, there was a very nice astrologer. She was really like good, not the crappy ones right now what we see in YouTube, but she was amazing. And she just pops in and out sometimes, but she does more off YouTube work right now. And I'm sad to see that, because she was so good. But I think she just popped back in and she does some weird stuff now, which is not a good thing that I'm thinking. But back then I admired her. She was just so amazing. The analysis of the chart was just off the scale. So one time I wrote her that I have Neptune in, because she was talking about something about, I don't know, I don't know what she was talking about, but I mentioned that I have Neptune in Sagittarius in my 9th house, and she was blown away. She said, oh my God, that's the unbelievable placement to have, that Neptune in Sagittarius in the 9th house. And so I never forget that, and it makes a lot of sense, because that's just literally my life, right? So if you fall into from January 4th 1970s and November 21st 1984, Gen X, right? This is Gen X and Gen X. So if you fall between the beginning of 1970s and the end of 1984, that's Neptune in Sagittarius generation, Gen X. And so if you could tell, this generation, Gen X, is like literally all over the world right now. We are literally, like, a lot of my friends, right? We already moved. We are all over the world. We are all over countries, etc. So because 9th house, actually Sagittarius, is about long distances, the philosophy, higher education. I mean, no wonder a lot of my generation, we are all like have great careers and education. And so because it's a higher education, higher learning, long distances, travel, like we travel a lot, right? I mean, oh, dear, let me know in the comments, where have you all been in the world? Because I've traveled a lot, right? And I love traveling. Right now, traveling is like craziness, but still, I love traveling. and other cultures, right? Other learning about other cultures, other philosophies, like the belief systems, like everything I do naturally here, it's because not only just because Neptune in Sagittarius, because my North Node is also there. This is just so crazy. My North Node is also in Sagittarius in my ninth house. So everything I do naturally is because of my chart, my personal chart. And I without even knowing, I am doing my life purpose, if you will. So that's what it is. So if you fall in that generation, let me know in the comments. And hi, Gen X. And then we have the Neptune in Capricorn. Now I'm telling you, now I know why the millennials are this brutal in careers, in workspaces. They're this like the going bulldozering over others to get their job, to get the career, to get the ladder. And I understand why the millennials are just like this, me and my career and money and status, and I'm leading the world. And unfortunately the millennials, the Neptune in Capricorn generation is currently leading the world, and that's why we are just seeing so many narcissists there. I'm sorry, but if you're not a narcissist, I'm not putting everyone in the same shoes, but from the totality perspective, on the global perspective, you that makes sense, and tell you why. If you fall into if you were born between January 8th to 1984 and 11th, say November 27, 1998. This is literally millennials, right? The millennial generation. And so from the beginning of 1984 and the end of 1998. So that's Neptune in Capricorn, meaning your illusion and your fascination inspired by career, by status, by where I'm standing in the world, the father figure. And that's the inspiration, but also the delusion, right? Like, is this your illusion to be having this, I'm leading the world, I am the career man, and I am, or the career woman, I have the status in the world. Is that, what is the delusion there? There's like this back and forth between you're inspired by that, but also this delusion that I am the leader, I am running the show, I have the career, I am running the ladder, etc. So that's, I think, literally the millennials, right? So then we have the Gen Z's generation, and that's Neptune in Aquarius. I cannot make this stuff up because my nephew is this generation, and he is the Neptune in Aquarius, the Gen Z generation. And didn't I say, oh my God, I kept saying, literally without knowing anything about this at all. I didn't look into it. I didn't know for years. And people who know me know that, and follow me, that I have been telling that if the millennials are the ones that screw the world. They right now have been screwing the world. And the generation that will save the world will be Gen Z. That's what I said a million times. Even to a friend of mine in Canada from college, I was saying, because his daughter is also Aquarius, and I've been telling, and my nephew is also Aquarius, and I've been telling, like, these generations are saving the world. It literally will be saving humanity. And now no wonder why. I'm telling you guys, I'm telling you, everything I say is just literally right here without even knowing this. It's just not, I don't know, it's, for me, it's not rocket science. So it's just putting pieces together. So Neptune, and also observation of the world, right? It's not just this, but also the observation. So Neptune in Aquarius is the generation Gen Z. And what is it? It's humanity. It's right now actually the Pluto in Aquarius time. Like I'm telling you, that it's just unbelievable. I mean, that generation is literally will save our humanity and save our world. So Aquarius is about, you know, the I'm saving the world. Actually, this is like the inspiration, and that's why they are so active with Palestine, with Gaza, with climate change, and right, that generation. Think about the generation, and they're all like these you know, the tech now students, or the AI, and you see so many young people doing AI videos and what have you, and creating apps. That's Gen Z, and that's Neptune in Aquarius generation. And if you were born between January 28, 1998 and February 3rd, 2012, that's Gen Z, then you have Neptune in Aquarius. And that, my friend, you will be saving the world, because, and humanity, because that's in your nature. And we trust on this to you. We trust you on this. And we are, as a Gen Zer, we will be definitely helping you, at least me, you know, because that Gen Z generation knows how much I'm supporting them, and I hope I can continue to support them. We are in the Neptune in Pisces generation, and that is, which we are currently right now, and I think that's Gen Alpha. It's Neptune in Pisces from April 4th, 2011 until January 26, 2026. So basically what it means, because I said Neptune will be in Aries, Neptune will be in Aries from end of March, 30th of March 2025 until October, and then it will go back into Pisces for the last time in our lifetime, and then in January it goes back into January 26th goes back into Aries for good, okay? And then there was some retrogrades at the very end, but it doesn't matter. So we were living through from January 26th. So it gives us a little bit of a preview of what it means to have Neptune in Aries generation coming in for the next 14 years. So from end of March until October, that will be a preview that what we are seeing. Then in January 2026, it will go for good into Aries. So that Neptune in Pisces generation and the times we are currently in, it's just it's a Gen Alpha, and those are more the gentle souls, the gentle, the creative, the ones that, because when they grow up, right, because they're literally kids right now, when they grow up, they will be the creative people in the world. So basically, the more we go into Neptune and Aries, Gen X, we getting older, and then the millennials getting older, and more that's what I'm saying, guys, the revolution is coming, because then more and more the Gen Z will be in the governments and leading the world. In fact, we have one Gen Z and first Gen Z, 25-year-old Gen Z in the Congress from Florida. He's awesome. He's just like, I need you to follow him, because he is from Florida and the first ever Gen Z in the Congress. And I'm telling you, he does amazing job. Watch him, follow him. So those people will be more starting from next year, because they will grow into more. And then those are the ones who are the Gen Zs, are the Neptune in Aquarius generation, and they are this humanity and the people, we the people, right? And this is exactly how the U.S. revolutionary civil war will actually, or civil revolution will happen, because of the Gen Zs will be more and more and more in the, you know, doing the job from the grassroots up, and so going into Congress more and more. So we will see that a lot more. And then that's also more the tech people, like not only like humanity, but also tech geniuses, the not the ones that breaking into our data, but the ones that actually, you know, the white hats, right? So if you know what that means, like the white hats and the black hats, the white hats are the ones that doing tech for good, but the black hats are the hackers and what have you, using tech for bad. Those are the black hats. So so the good hats will be, the white hats will be more and more as well. So not just the humanitarians and the, you know, we the people and climate change and everything that goes for humanity and for the world. Not only that, but also the tech will be led by the Gen Z generation. But then the more they grow into, then these Neptune in Pisces, the current generation, the alpha generation, will grow, and those will be bringing more the balance and more into the creativity, into, so art will be crazy, and these will be the leaders in art and bringing the artists and art more and more into this world, where we just like going, if you can see more and more, there's as crazy and goals and more into humanity and more into art, you know, tech, and then goes more into art. So that's where our world will be leading into. And then now let's finally talking about Neptune in Aries. Dun, 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 dun. And that is, it just fascinates to me, because then a brand new generation will be the leaders, the born leaders. And the born leaders, not Capricorn style leaders, Neptune in Capricorn, but actually getting stuff done, plus the creative leaders. I talked about this, again, I have two videos. One is where I talked about this Saturn in Aries, as well as, because Saturn will be helping to get our goals done, because it's Mars, right? So getting our goals done, because Mars is just doing. Neptune is like delusion, so it's clash a little bit. And because it's clashing, I will give you guidance on how you can calm the energy and actually can make stuff happen Mars-wise and still fulfill your dreams. But so, and not fall into this delusion, like, where am I going? Like, where is my leadership? Like, oh my God, how I'm getting stuff done and how I'm achieving my goals, because it's your dream, your inspiration is towards that. But how can you make it happen? That's what we're talking about a little bit later. So Aries, that new generation will be the leaders in the world, and like bringing actually action into this world. And that's exactly when, in my mind, it will be the revolutionary civil revolution will be happening, because those will be then the ones that actually pushing us and leading us into that. So obviously we'll say these are going to be babies, but there will be children, like this day and age. In the Pluto and Aquarius age, everything is just, they're developing so fast, and then they will, by that time, they will probably be like 8 years old, 9 years old, even 12 years old, right? and then they are teenagers like the Gen Zs are doing, right? And they literally 9 years old are now activists, correct? And I mean, I remember I was an activist about with age 9. So I was literally, in my teenage times, I was an activist, like I was an anti-smoking activist. So that's not unheard of. So they will be also the ones like leading and pushing us into, combined with Gen Z, actually doing stuff. And that's where the Revolutionary War happened. Now, when will Neptune Aries will be? Neptune Aries will be in between March 30th, 2025 until, as I said, October 22nd, 2025. That's the preview of what we are expecting. You will see like it's again, it's building up, building up, building up. Then from October 22nd, 2025, it will start to go backwards into Pisces for the last time ever in our lifetime, and giving a last push into what we have experienced so far. And then from January 26, 2026, it will be final into Aries, full force until May 21, 2038. I cannot make this stuff up. This is crazy. And then it moves into Taurus. Whoa. A brand new generation will be born in 2038. I don't know what that will be called. That will be like literally, that's when, in my mind, will be literally a brand new course of the finances, banking systems, combined with Pluto in Aquarius, the banking system, the money exchange, the money, how money is handled in the world, the entire monetary system will be changing, the entire work system will be changing, how we make money will be changing, the money that's currently in ruling the world will be changing in a completely different way, starting with that generation with Neptune in Taurus. Mark my words, those times starting from May 21st, 2038, if you want to plan ahead, here is the sign, and that's my prediction, until 5 months period, October 21st, 2038, and then it goes back into like a preview of what will happen, like it's in preview now, and then it goes back into Aries, Neptune in Aries, to finalizing for the cycle of the lifetime, and then it goes further into from March 23rd, 2039, full force into Neptune in Taurus, where the entire economy will change and the money system will change 100%. Mark my words. So now, okay, so we talked about this. So now let's move into each individual signs. Okay, this was so fun. Oh my god.